Could Michael Penix be in line to make his first NFL start this Sunday in Denver? I've seen this rumor make its way around Falcons Twitter and online and in some forums and groups and whatnot. So the reason why this has become a topic of conversation is because, well, Kirk Cousins popped up on the Falcons injury report. On Wednesday, he was limited with a right shoulder and elbow injury, but by Thursday, he had been upgraded to a full participant. So I fully expect Kirk Cousins to start this Sunday. I do not see Michael Penix starting. I understand that popping up on the injury report is definitely going to raise an eyebrow, but no. Kirk Cousins is a very tough SOB. He is not one that's going to just take a week off if he's not feeling 100%. I mean, when I saw that Kirk Cousins was on the injury report on Wednesday being limited and then on Friday as a full participant, the first thing I thought of was, remember that Netflix documentary series called Quarterback? And Cousins revealed in it that he didn't even practice, or he got treatment at home, and he didn't even practice on Tuesdays or didn't go to facilities on Tuesdays just to get his body right. And I didn't even realize how big of an injury he was playing through all season long. That to me gave me a good, a good vantage point, I guess I'm looking for the word I'm trying to say here, into what these NFL quarterbacks go through every single season, and that they're always battling some type of injury. So I don't look at Kirk Cousins being limited on Wednesday as a major red flag for his availability on Sunday. He was upgraded to full, like I said, by Thursday. So I fully expect Kirk Cousins to start. I do not think we are going to see Michael Penix unless an injury were to happen mid-game or it's a blowout and Penix comes in like he did back in the Seattle Seahawks game. Plus, Cousins, he's not quite an Iron Man because of that Achilles injury, but it takes a serious injury to knock him out. By my recollection, he has never missed a game due to injury before that Achilles tear back in 2023. He did miss one game because of getting COVID. He did miss one game in the final game of the season because the Vikings could not move up or down in the playoff picture, so they gave him the day off. But outside of that and being the backup in Washington behind RG3, he has never just missed a game in the middle of the season because, oh, my shoulder's kind of banged up, I need an extra week. No, that's never been Kirk Cousins, so I don't expect that to start now. Plus, there's absolutely no merit to, well, after Sunday's loss, maybe they decide to go with the 7th overall pick. No, stop it. Get some help. Kirk Cousins has been incredible this year. 17 touchdowns, 2,600 yards. He's completing nearly a career-high 70% of passes. Cousins is not going to get demoted because of a loss due to his kicker going 1 for 4 on field goals. Do I wish he didn't go short on 4th down? Sure, I do. But that play really stood no chance based on how long it took them just to get the ball snapped. By the end there, it became clear to me this was going to be the final play of the game. So, no, we are not going to see Michael Penix on Sunday. The 7th overall pick out of Washington has been the backup all season long. Like I said earlier, he played in one game, week 7, made one pass. And in the preseason, we only got to see him the one time as well. He went 9 for 16, 104 yards against the Dolphins in preseason week 1. And then Raheem Morris shut him down for preseason weeks 2 and 3. So, like all of you, I am very anxious to see Michael Penix play, but it's not going to happen on Sunday. I'm excited to see what he's able to bring once his number is called because I was a big fan of his coming out of Washington. My pre-draft quarterback rankings were Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, Bo Nix, and J.J. McCarthy in that order. Maybe McCarthy and Nix were flipped. I don't remember, but I always had Penix ahead of Nix and McCarthy because it was kind of like two different tiers. Williams, Daniels, and May, and then Penix, JJ, and Nix, and you can rearrange those last three however you'd like to see. But this is not the time to get curious. Like, even if Kirk Cousins isn't 100%, you don't start Penix because you're curious if maybe he can look like that first round pick. Like, this is not the time to be experimental at the quarterback position, so that should not factor in whatsoever. This is a team that is cruising for the playoffs. You do not switch things up at the quarterback position because, well, it's kind of an easy excuse. Kirk Cousins is a little injured, so why not see what we have in Penix? I'm going to squash that idea right now. No chance whatsoever. So predict the score for me, though, between the Falcons and the Broncos. This is going to be a very close matchup. You've got a high-powered offense in Atlanta going up against a very stout defense in Denver. Games in Denver as well, so it's going to swing a little bit more towards the Broncos. But let me know in the comment section who you got and by how much. Next up on the show, I want to talk about another storyline to keep an eye on, and that is Justin Simmons. The Falcons safety is going to be making his return to the Mile High City. He was a draft pick by the Broncos out of Boston College, played his entire career in Denver, a team captain, a Pro Bowler, an All-Pro player up until this past season when he went over to Atlanta in free agency after getting cut by the Broncos as a cap casualty due to moving on from Russell Wilson and having a huge dead cap hit as a result and needing to get the books in order. So, unfortunately, a safety is a bit of a luxury and especially a highly paid one as well. Now, before we talk more about Justin Simmons and some other news and rumor storylines out there going into Sunday's matchup, I do want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor today, and that is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is super simple to use. All you've got to do is pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. You see, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Plus, PrizePicks does some really fun things throughout the week. They do Taco Tuesday. It just lowers the stat projection for you. But these are the selections I'm rolling with on Sunday. So if you want to hop aboard, feel free to download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. All of that information is in the comments and description of today's video. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game. So it's going to be an emotional day for Simmons as he comes back to the Mile High City, which, like I said before, he has a long history in. This year, though, for Atlanta, just 1 interception coming against Kansas City back on that Sunday night matchup in September. So he hasn't quite brought the boom in terms of takeaways, but he still has been a very good safety for this team, even if it's not popping up in the takeaway department. But Simmons will be ball hawking and, staring down the rookie quarterback Bo Nix, who early in the year wasn't getting a lot of attention. Now he deserves a lot of attention. Look at the numbers he's put up from week 5 to week 10. 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, completing 6% better than the first 4 weeks. Bo Nix was just named NFL Rookie of the Week after his 2-touchdown performance at Kansas City. So this is not going to be a stroll in the park. Like, rookie quarterbacks, you want to play early in the season because they're still getting the swing of things. Now Nix, still his rookie year, but by week 11, he's got a much better feel for the speed of the NFL game than he did back in September. The only job I'm going to put out there for the Falcons this week is uncomfortable. I don't think this game has to be won by Jesse Bates or Bo Nix. Jesse Bates or Justin Simmons. Bo Nix has done a very good job of protecting the football. But I'm going to challenge the weakest link of this Falcons defense, and that is their pass rush. So far this year, Atlanta is averaging 10.4 pressures per game. What I am asking for the Falcons defense to accomplish if they want to be successful is pressure the quarterback. Rookie quarterbacks do not fare well when they are under duress. I went back and I counted it all up. When rookie quarterbacks since 2014 are pressured 0 to 8 times, they have a 51% win percentage. Pressured 10 to 12 times, and it drops all the way down to 22%. Pressured 13 to 15 times, we're down to 11. So it's no secret that the more you pressure the quarterback, the better chance you have of being successful, but it is exponentially better when you are going up against a rookie. So Matthew Judon, Arnold Ebiketie, Grady Jarrett, Caden Ellis. These are the Falcons' top 4 pass rushers. If Atlanta wants to win on Sunday, I don't think it's going to be because Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates terrorized the rookie. Now, my guess is Sean Payton is well aware of Bates and Simmons and is not going to put Nix in a spot where he has to beat those two safeties. But if the Falcons can't get pressure on Nix, which the Broncos' offensive line is a top 5 unit this year, it could be a long day for the Falcons defense like much of the season. They've played 9 games so far this year, 10 games so far this year, and 4 times they have come up empty in the sack department, including last week. Want to beat a rookie? Make him uncomfortable. Before we get on out of here, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel. But if you haven't yet, consider doing so. We're so close to reaching 30,000 subscribers. It's an incredible milestone in the YouTube world. So do me a favor. If you could subscribe, please go ahead and do so. I would really appreciate it. And make sure to also like the video, because if you're already subscribed, you can always hit that thumbs up button, and that does help grow the channel immensely.